We interrupting anything up there?
Sorry.
No, that's all.
Yes.
You good? All right. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order. Please join me in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. Roll call. Carol Sue, please.
Mayor Franklin.
Here.
Ron Miller.
Present.
Chris Armstrong.
Here.
Approval of minutes, September 5th, 2012.
I make a motion for the approval of the September 5th minutes as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, passes on a vote of 3-0. Approval of claims in the amount, I'm sorry, let me go back. Just as a matter of public record, the folks that were here last week requesting, let me try to find their name. Bart and Olivia Shanks asked for a curb cut to extend a water line at the area near Burlington Avenue and Clinton Street, and Logansport Municipal Utilities did authorize in writing that curb cut. They have no objections to it. That was a condition of the approval last week. Moving on to approval of claims. We have claims in the amount of $218,739.12.
And I would make a motion for the approval of the claims in the amount of $218,739.12.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? No? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on 3-0. There are no approval of licenses. There are no changes to the agenda. There's no old business. New business. Report of the acting building commissioner, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I did 3 building inspections this week. I want to let you know that 421 J Street, that garage is down, thanks to the street department.
Thank you.
I did 13 permits this week for a total value of $214,982, and I had 3 contractor registrations.
Fantastic. Have the folks from the movie theater Twin Shores contacted you yet regarding
Yes,
building
I
permit?
talked to them yesterday.
And they didn't get the permit, they just...
No,
Okay.
wanted to know the proper procedures,
Okay.
what had to be done and stuff.
Very good. I know they're going to, once they start, they're going to go at you quickly. So, any questions for the building commissioner? Nope. I make the motion to accept the building commissioner's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 All opposed. Passes on a vote of 3-0. Code enforcement officer, he is not here today. Had advised me that they've been very busy handling some zoning issues in anticipation of the movie theater project, and also has been working very hard on the downtown senior apartment complex, as well as ordering a number of yards to be mowed and weeds to be trimmed, things of that nature. Sounds like a standard week for him. So there is no report, and he is excused. Superintendent of Public Works. Hey, look at that. He's already here.
Good morning.
Morning, Dan.
I respectfully submit my report for the Public Works Department, which includes the Mount Hope Cemetery and also the streets in Logansport, Indiana. You take time to go through my report. I will answer any questions. Hopefully your approval. If you notice in the middle, as requested, we are mowing condemned properties which have been added to our weekly responsibilities. Most of these properties are, probably 30% of those are second and sometimes third time mowing. So whatever we're doing as far as getting in touch with the owner is not working very good because they're not taking any responsibilities for those properties.
Yeah, so we mowed 20, right? Looks
Everything that's on there has been mowed, yes, sir.
Yeah. I appreciate your effort, and I know your guys are working hard to do it, and sometimes they can't get it all done in a day. What we drive away and think that it's finished, only to find out that there's even more to it than had previously been thought. What we're finding is when we go over and mow the grass, the weeds, we then find piles of debris that are hidden among the tall grass. So then we have to order a property cleanup, which is the next step in some of these. But your efforts don't go unnoticed, Dan, and I appreciate it. And if you would extend that on to your staff, I would appreciate that as well. Having said that, hopefully we'll be out of grass mowing season here pretty soon, and we'll move forward on some of these. Thank you for the 421 Day Street as well. I drove past over the weekend. I noticed that the building was at least down, so we didn't have to worry about it falling on anybody. Is it now cleaned up completely?
We have it scheduled for this coming Monday.
The haul away and all
Yes.
that? Okay. And when you haul away, you haul it to the landfill?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And you're aware of the discounted rate that the landfill gives?
Yes, we are.
Okay, I just want to make sure we're aware of that. Any questions for Superintendent of Public Works? How was your week at the cemetery? You know, last week I think you buried 8,
Yes,
and this week?
we're down to 2,
Wow.
but the grass is growing to 225 acres, so we're keeping on top of it. In fact, we even had a crew come in Saturday and worked half a day so we can keep on top of
Good.
things.
It does look good, and nothing but compliments. No questions for the Superintendent of Public Works? I'd make the motion to accept his report.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Passes on a vote of 3
Thank
to
you.
nothing. Thank you, Dan. Police Chief.
Morning.
Good morning.
I have submitted my monthly report for your review, hopefully approval. Do you have any questions?
I have no questions regarding your monthly report. I'm hearing some rumblings that we may be losing another officer. Is that true?
We are going to be losing Sergeant Brandon Bunnell. He's unfortunately leaving our department to go to West Lafayette Police Department. He was offered a better pay scale and for his family and for his life. He made that decision to go. It saddens me because he's a valuable asset to our department. He's a member of the drug task force. He's also on our entry team. He's got a lot of training that was very useful to our department.
How long has Officer Bunnell been with LPD?
I believe 7 or 8 years, somewhere in that. I don't have it in front of me. He will be submitting a letter of resignation, but he'll be on the books for a little bit of time with his comp time and vacation and such.
Yeah.
But hopefully by next Board Works meeting, I'll have that.
And he hasn't submitted that resignation yet?
No, sir, he has not.
And he's going to the city of West Lafayette?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of the scale, the pay scale between West Lafayette and Logansport, what the difference is?
He starts out at $53,000, which is a considerable amount more than we can offer.
All right. Any questions for the chief? I make the motion that we accept the chief's report as presented.
Second.
Been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. All opposed? Thank you, Chief. Chief Strong.
Good morning. I
Good morning.
apologize, I have a bad cold. But really, everything going as par at the department. We've been still actively out on the streets, checking out the condemned properties, trying to secure the ones that we can, and working on that and just trying to make it more safe for us as firefighters and for the community. And then the other thing I'd like to report is we've been using the fire safety house a lot. This weekend, I think we ran 2 different locations, ran over 300 kids through it. So doing a lot of public education too.
Still planning on doing the Fire Prevention Day at Riverside Park this year?
Yes, sir. when
when you and your crew are out inspecting properties and you use the term secure the property, what exactly does that mean? I mean, are you using a 2x4 to block the door? Are you
Well,
using a
we're-
piece of plywood?
So far, we've helped with a couple houses and we've used plywood. Some of them, it's just the fact that maybe the door's unlocked and the lock's broke or something, so right now we're just compiling a list and letting them know which ones are done, and then if we can get some supplies and stuff, we can, as a matter of fact, the guys are out on the street houses to
Formulating
we
the
have
action plan?
several right there in the neighborhood. The one on the corner of Race and 7th Street's unsecured right now.
Right. It's 7th and Race, I know of at least 2 fires, both intentionally set in that house in the last 10 years or so. Questions for the fire chief? None? I would make the motion we accept the chief's report as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and properly seconded. Is there any discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Thank you. Any board member comments? Any visitor comments? None? Miscellaneous business, including matters not already considered? There are none. I'd make the motion to adjourn.